Imagine being one of the brightest young talents in the Manchester City Academy, training every day alongside some of the biggest stars in world football, yet knowing that your dream of becoming a regular first-team player might never come true. That was the reality for Cole Palmer. Today, millions of fans know him as Chelsea's superstar and one of England's brightest footballers, but very few know the incredible journey that brought him here. This isn't just the story of goals, trophies, or headlines. It's the story of patience, belief, sacrifice, and a young boy who refused to let his dream die. Cole Palmer was born on May 6, 2002 in Wythenshawe, Manchester, England. Football wasn't just a hobby in his family, it was a way of life. From a very young age, Palmer showed something special. While other children were simply enjoying the game, he played with confidence, creativity, and a calmness far beyond his age. Coaches immediately noticed that he never panicked under pressure. Even as a child, he always wanted the ball at the most difficult moments. Growing up in Manchester meant there was only one dream for him: playing for Manchester City. At the age of 8, he joined City's famous academy, one of the best football academies in the world. Every day became another step toward the Premier League. Training sessions became harder, expectations grew higher, and competition became tougher every single year. Hundreds of talented youngsters dreamed of reaching the first team, but only a handful would ever make it. As Palmer moved through City's youth system, his technical ability became impossible to ignore. He wasn't the fastest player on the pitch, nor the strongest, but he possessed something even more valuable: exceptional football intelligence. His first touch was smooth, his passing was precise, and his left foot could create magic from almost anywhere on the field. Whether he was playing as an attacking midfielder, winger, or inside forward, Palmer always looked comfortable. His performances at youth level quickly turned him into one of Manchester City's biggest academy prospects. Coaches praised not only his talent, but also his attitude. While many young players chased attention, Palmer stayed quiet and focused on improving every single day. He believed that hard work would eventually open the door to the first team. That opportunity finally arrived under one of football's greatest managers, Pep Guardiola. Making your debut for Manchester City is already difficult. Doing it under Guardiola is even harder. Pep demands perfection. Every movement, every pass, every decision has to be almost flawless. Yet Palmer impressed enough in training to earn his chance. When he finally stepped onto the pitch wearing Manchester City's first-team shirt, it felt like years of sacrifice had finally paid off. But the biggest challenge was only beginning. Manchester City wasn't just any football club. It was a team filled with world-class stars like Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Riyad Mahrez, Phil Foden, and many others. Every position was occupied by elite players. For a young academy graduate, regular playing time was almost impossible to find. Even though Palmer continued to show flashes of brilliance whenever he played, opportunities remained limited. Every young footballer reaches a moment where they must make the biggest decision of their career: stay loyal to the club they've loved since childhood and risk spending years on the bench, or leave everything behind to chase a dream somewhere else. Cole Palmer was approaching that moment, and the decision he would make would completely change the course of his career. For most young footballers, leaving the club they grew up supporting feels like giving up on a childhood dream. Cole Palmer had spent nearly 15 years inside Manchester City's academy, learning from world-class coaches and training under Pep Guardiola. Every badge on his shirt reminded him of the dream he had chased since he was a little boy. But dreams sometimes change. Palmer knew that talent alone wasn't enough. Without regular minutes on the pitch, his career could slowly fade away. During the summer of 2023, Chelsea came calling. Many fans questioned the move. Chelsea had already signed several attacking players, and nobody could guarantee Palmer a starting place. On social media, critics claimed Manchester City would never let a future superstar leave if he were truly special. Others believed Palmer was making the biggest mistake of his career. But while the football world doubted him, Palmer believed in himself. The transfer was officially completed, and suddenly everything changed. For the first time in his professional career, he wasn't just another academy graduate waiting for opportunities. He was expected to prove that he belonged at one of England's biggest clubs. The pressure was enormous. Chelsea supporters wanted immediate results, and every performance would be judged under the spotlight of the Premier League. His first few matches showed flashes of quality, but nobody expected what would happen next. Week after week, Palmer became more confident. He demanded the ball in difficult situations, created chances that others couldn't even see, and scored important goals when his team needed him the most. His calmness under pressure amazed everyone. Whether it was a one-on-one with the goalkeeper or a last-minute penalty, Palmer looked completely relaxed. It was almost almost as if pressure didn't exist for him. Soon, Chelsea fans gave him a nickname that perfectly matched his personality, Cole Palmer. It wasn't just because of his celebrations or his facial expressions. It was because he always stayed calm, even in the biggest moments. While defenders rushed toward him and stadiums erupted with noise, Palmer continued making the right decisions with incredible composure. His statistics began to speak louder than the criticism. Goals, assists, key passes, and match-winning performances followed one after another. Football experts who had once questioned Manchester City's decision suddenly started asking a different question. Had Manchester City made a huge mistake by letting him leave? Even Pep Guardiola publicly praised Palmer's ability, admitting that opportunities at Manchester City had been limited because of the incredible competition within the squad. It wasn't about a lack of talent. It was simply the reality of playing in one of the strongest teams in world football. As Palmer continued shining for Chelsea, he also became impossible to ignore at the international level. Wearing England's shirt brought another challenge, but once again he looked completely comfortable. Whether playing alongside experienced stars or other young talents, Palmer showed that his confidence wasn't limited to club football. He was ready for the biggest stages in the game. The boy who once waited patiently on Manchester City's bench had transformed into one of the Premier League's brightest stars. His journey became a powerful reminder that sometimes success doesn't come from staying in the safest place. Sometimes it comes from taking the biggest risk of your life. Today, Cole Palmer is no longer introduced as a former Manchester City Academy player. He is recognized as one of football's fastest-rising superstars, admired for his intelligence, composure, and fearless mentality. His story proves that rejection isn't always the end of a dream. It can be the beginning of something even greater. And perhaps the most exciting chapter of Cole Palmer's career hasn't even been written yet. With age on his side, world-class talent, and the confidence to perform under any pressure, the future looks brighter than ever. The young boy from Manchester has already shocked the football world once. The question now is simple. How much bigger can Cole Palmer become?